Thank you for joining me on my adventure to get my pilot's license. This is a 360 video, so before we get started, I highly recommend you turn your video quality settings up, as this is a 4K video. If you're watching this on a computer, you can rotate the video by using the W, A, S, D letters on the keyboard, or by clicking and dragging the screen. If you're watching this on a mobile device, you can touch a screen, and on the top right corner there's a 3-dot button to turn your video quality settings up. I recommend you turn them up to 2160p or 2160s.
And we're going to stay in left pattern. Alright, I'm going to work the radio for now, and I'll try to work that in with you a little bit here too.
Take the runway?
Yep. Okay. Have traffic, Cessna 25477 departing 18 for left closed traffic, Apple Valley. Alright, everything looks good. We're going to ease it out onto the runway. Got a little bit of a right crosswind, so we want to go right aileron. There you go, all the way to the right. And bring it out center line. Remember, with your feet though, keep the right aileron in there. What you're going to do as you start rolling faster, we're going to slowly get rid of that right aileron. Alright, feet all the way to the bottom of the pedals. Full power all the way in. And now slowly get rid of that aileron. We're going to plan it to where just the point, little right rudder, just to the point when we get ready to rotate, we're going to have it just about level. Alright, keep going with the aileron, straighten it up, rotate, pick it up, straighten it up at the same time. Little right rudder. There you go. Oop, right rudder. More right rudder. You may not be straight down the runway, you may be crooked. As long as you're over the runway and the ground track is what we're looking for. Okay. And we're going to go to 3,600 feet. Trying to maintain that ground track. Little right rudder, little right turn actually, just a little bit. Because the wind's over there, otherwise it'll push you off the center line of the runway. We don't want to fly a heading. You don't want to try to fly a heading. Okay. You don't want to fly the runway center line. So come to the right. I think you were trying to fly a heading, right? There you go, roll out right there. See, it's going to be off because we're just trying to fly the ground track. Yeah. Of the extended center line, so that won't give you the runway heading. In this particular case, now if we go to a towered field, a lot of times they're going to tell you to fly runway heading, especially if there's parallel runways, so that may be a different scenario. We'll get into that later. We'll go to 3,600 feet. We're constantly clearing left and right. Go to 36 and turn left. That gets us 300 to 400 feet below the TPA, which is what we're looking for. Alright, roll out right there. Looking right on the 45, looking left in the downwind, left turn. Keep a parallel ground track with your runway for the downwind. Alright, do you know how to make a downwind call? It'll be Apple Valley traffic.
Apple Valley, Cessna 477 is on the downwind. Runway 18, Apple Valley.
Left downwind 18. Keep it really simple. But make sure you get the left or right in there. Left downwind 18. Okay. Alright, go ahead and make the call.
Apple Valley, Cessna 477's on downwind, left downwind, runway 18, Apple Valley.
Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the calls up. I'm going to do some of them. I'll have you do some. Downwind's a little easier because it's not critical phase of flight right here, so we're not trying to land or something. So we'll have you do the downwind calls at first and slowly start getting into the other ones. All right, start setting it up. We didn't get to 4,000, but that's all right. We'll just set it up right here.
Carb heats out. Powers to 15.
Yep.
And 20 degrees of flap.
Flaps 20 and trim for 60. And we're scanning for traffic, looking out the distance, base and final traffic. I don't see anybody out that way. Looking over your left shoulder, about to see the numbers. When you got about a 45-degree angle from the numbers, it's about when you want to turn. So you probably want to turn right in here. Okay. It's approximate, depends on traffic and wind, etc. But generally, that's what it's going to be. All right, keep that left turn going. Okay. Keep going. We're looking for the drift to stop, so we're looking straight out, roll out right there. Okay. See how the drift kind of stopped right there? That's what we're looking for, is the drift control. And this is base. I'll make the call. Apple traffic, Cessna 477, left base 18 Apple Valley, touch and go. All right, turn final. Roll it in. You can see we're probably a little low, so pitch for the airspeed roll out. You want to roll out a little early just so we're rolling out just before the runway on those because we had a little crosswind. Okay. All right, add a little bit of power. What we're really going to do right now is we're going to keep that speed, that 60 knots, but just keep the sight picture right above the cowling of the numbers. We're a little on the low side, but that's all right. We're going to use the power to keep that. Okay. But you want to drop your nose to keep the 60 though. Want to keep the speed. Okay. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Alright, slowly get rid of your power. Let it keep coming down. Little touch of right aileron, not a lot. Straightening out the rudder with your feet. Low on the pedals. Look way down the end now. Get rid of all your power. And hold it off. Slowly. Slowly. Pulling. I helped you a little bit. Just to kind of see some of that. To kind of tighten it up. Alright, clean it up. Carburetor heat. Flaps up. Full power.
Apple Valley traffic, Centurion 36 Mike, line up and wait 18 Apple Valley. Apple Valley traffic, Centurion 7 over area, holding short 18 Apple Valley.
Apple Valley traffic 477 is on the go 18 left close, traffic Apple Valley.
Good afternoon. This is
Apple Valley.
Automated Unicom. Click your mic 3 times for an advisory, 4 times for radio check.
Unicom information for advisory purposes only.
Alright, we're going to keep going to 3,600 feet. Scanning for traffic as we go, keeping our airspeed, trying to trim for all of our speeds. Having very little pressure on the controls, only as needed. More, a little right rudder, a little bit of right turn, just a little bit. Want to try to fly the extended runway center line out. Scanning for traffic.
Apple Valley traffic, Centurion 36 Mike, departing 18 for a left downwind departure, Apple Valley.
Alright, roll out.
Apple Valley traffic, Centurion 7 over area, line up and wait 18 Apple Valley.
Alright, left turn. Scanning left and right. Alright, once again, go ahead and make the downwind call.
Apple Valley, Cessna 477 on the downwind, left downwind, runway 18, Apple Valley.
Okay, the one traffic has downwind traffic. One thing, don't drop the airplane to pick up the microphone. So what's happening is you're kind of stopping flying the plane when you're talking on the radio. We'll get that.
Yeah.
you know, to where you can multitask with that. But remember, always fly the airplane first. Aviate, navigate, communicate. What I mean by that is we're going to fly the airplane at the proper speeds and everything, point it where we want it to go, and then if we have time, make the call. Because what happened right there is, when you're talking, the nose was dropping. Oh, we were gaining speed. So that's another good reason to trim. That way, if you have to do another task, then you're trimmed out and it'll hold that attitude while you're doing that other task.
Okay.
Not a problem. We're incorporating multitasking into the deal today. All right, we're going to level out.
Coming out.
Yep.
Throttle's going to 15. Flaps are coming to 20.
Okay.
Apple Valley traffic, 36 Mike is left downwind for northwest departure, Apple Valley.
All right, left turn.
Left turn.
Apple Valley traffic, Cessna 477, left base, 18, touch and go, Apple Valley.
Apple Valley traffic, 07 Romeo, left crossing, 18, Apple Valley.
And roll out. We know when to roll out based on our drift. All right, drop your nose a little bit. Want to try to keep 60. Try not to chase it. Try to look for an attitude that sees it like you should have basically a lot of dirt in the windscreen right now. You should have some terrain in there below the horizon line because we're in the descent. And then if it starts getting to the point where it's level with the horizon, we probably have the nose too high. So the speed drops.
Yeah.
Drop your nose a little bit. Roll out a little bit there. We're a little early on the turn.
Okay.
And that could change, just depends on winds. So the wind's coming out of the southwest a little bit, so we want to just delay that turn a tiny bit.
Okay.
Apple Valley traffic 477, final 18, touch and go, Apple Valley.
Traffic, Centurion 36 Mike is departing to the northwest, currently climbing through 5,500, last call, Apple Valley.
Alright, making it nice and straight. Start holding it off, pulling, power all the way back, pulling, keep pulling, don't stop. Hold it right there. This guy's ballooning up, so we're going to stop now, start pulling again. Pulling. There we go. Don't let the nose drop though.
Yeah.
Just keep pulling all the way through. Alright, carburetor heat. Flaps up, full power. By traffic 477 on the go 18 left close traffic Apple Valley.
Apple Valley traffic, Centurion 7 Romeo, about 2 miles to the northwest, 5,300 climbing, be departing to the northwest, last call, Apple Valley.
We're scanning, and we got 36, so make the left turn, and we're going to continue to climb as we make the left turn. And roll out. We're looking at the 45, looking for anybody that might be in the downwind. Left turn. So let's do this. Let's complete the turn first. Okay. And once we get to the point where we're parallel with the runway, we'll roll out. All right, Alright, so now make sure you're trimmed for 65 for the climb.
Okay.
See how the nose is dropping a little bit? So just a little bit of nose up trim will probably help that.
We're at
a little
65
bit.
right there.
But if you let go, it's gonna drop. You see what I mean? That's what we kind of had with the radio call. So just try to trim it to where it's not moving. There you go. Now you can. Oh, stand by. We gotta wait a second.
Advisory. Wind variable from 150 through 200 at 1.
Alright, we're gonna drop the nose.
Altimeter 30.
Level out.
Caution density altitude 5.
If you're at your altitude, you can bring your power back to about 2,000, and that'll help level things out.
Comm information for advisory purposes only.
Alright, go ahead and make a call for downwind.
Cessna 477s on the left downwind, runway 18, Apple Valley.
Alright, set it up. Carburetor heat. Power 15.
Alpha traffic 59 Romeo Whiskey, taxiing from fuel to runway 18, Apple Valley.
Flaps 20. Setting it up for 60 knots. And roll out. Alright, we're going to keep 60 all the way. See how it's getting a little slow? Yeah. So try to look out and keep that attitude, but we got to add some power because see how it's dropping? Yeah. So we got two different things going on. So we're going to drop the nose to keep the speed. Roll out. But keep the power to keep the descent rate or prevent us from getting too low. So drop your nose a little more and add some power. I'd probably get some power in there first because you don't want to hit the fence. Because if you just change the power, you're going to change your trim needs anyway. Okay. So drop your nose though, and add power. More power, more power. And then you can, readjust your trim after changing pitch and power if you need to. Oh, don't let it get too slow though, because see it gets really wallowy. Slowly get rid of your power, make it straight. Look way down the end, slowly get rid of your power, get rid of it. Oh. Looking way down the end, start pulling little bits. It's nice and smooth. Let it fall now, start pulling little bits, keep pulling, there you go. Alright, carburetor heat in. Flaps up, full power. Tiny bit of a crosswind, but not down here.
Apple Valley traffic, coming to a Foxtrot taxi.
Right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. By traffic, 477's on the go, 18, left close, traffic Apple Valley. Any questions so far? No. Alright, so climb out at 65 up to 3,600 feet.
Apple Valley Automated Advisory. Wind 210 at 13, heat 100. Caution, wind shear. Altimeter 3004. Caution, density altitude 5,200. Conditions favor runway 18. Pilot discretion.
All right, left turn, clear left, clear right. And roll out. Looking left, looking right, left turn.
Valley traffic, white and blue Pacers, 5 to the west, turn over flat midfield, make left traffic 18 Apple Valley.
Alright, go ahead and make your downwind call.
Apple Valley, Cessna 477 on the left downwind, runway 18, Apple Valley.
Good. Kept the speed better this time, that's good.
Outbound traffic, Cessna 10 Tango's 8 miles south, headed in for runway 18, Apple Valley.
Raise your left wing, take a look out that way and see if you see any traffic. I got him in sight.
Yeah, he's
right over the Bell Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. One, it's just a good practice to see where stuff's at, but also two, just for safety purposes.
Carb heat's coming out.
All right.
Automated advisory. Wind 18.
Hour 15.
11T19. Caution. Wind shear. Altimeter 3004. Caution. Density altitude 5,200. Conditions
Laps
favor runway 18. Pilot discretion.
And trim for 60. Apple Valley traffic, white and blue Pacers crossing over midfield, we're on the left downwind for 18 Apple Valley.
And roll out. Head by traffic 477, left base 18. Touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, so what do we got going on? Their speed's a little low. Okay. Don't turn yet. Come to the right a little bit. See how we're creeping in on that final?
Blue Pacers entering left downwind.
Don't want to do that yet. Alright, turn now, but don't turn all the way.
Outbound traffic 59 Romeo Whiskey holding short, runway 18.
We'll roll out right there. So we're gonna get a little bit of a crab in there, see that? Yeah. So now that almost perfectly lines you up.
Apple Valley traffic, 101 Alpha Tango is about
What else we got?
southwest.
Probably a little low, right?
18 Apple Valley.
Little power. So add some power. Yep. Head by traffic 477. Final 18. Touch and go up Valley. Making it as straight as you can all the way down. So a little right rudder.
And
A little right aileron.
east of the field.
Apple Valley traffic, white and blue Pacers turning left base for 18 will be number 2 landing.
Alright, right rudder. More right rudder, more right aileron a little bit. Alright, now slowly get rid of your power. And as it starts to fall, we're going to slowly pull. Pulling, 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 a little bit, pulling. There we go. Hold that nose up a bit. Good. Carburetor heat. Flaps up. Full power.
Apple Valley traffic, white and blue Pacers, final 18. Apple Valley.
Right rudder. There's 50, it'll fly. Head by traffic 477's on the go, 18, left close traffic, Apple Valley.
Apple Valley traffic, Cessna 10 Alpha Tango is entering left downwind runway 18 from the 45, Apple Valley.
Check your climb speed and your direction a little bit. Working with that. So probably want to come to the right a little bit. Trying to fly that extended center line. If you look straight out behind you, you'll see the runway.
Okay.
And we're just trying to fly that like imaginary center line straight out. Alright, looking good so far. We're going to go to 36, make that left turn. Looking pretty good at this point, so we're just going to stay right here for now. I just want you to kind of see the pattern. And this is going to just give me some ideas of some other things we need to do maneuver-wise to help you with the landings. But everything's looking pretty good here. I do want to do some airspeed control and trim maneuvers, but that's good for another day. Clear left, clear right.
Apple Valley, Whiteley base is clearly active. Apple traffic 59 Rome Whiskey, taking runway 18
And roll out.
Apple Valley.
Allied traffic Cessna 101 Tango is left base runway 18 Alpha.
Left turn.
I'm glad you made it out, Scott.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit.
Alright, make your downwind call.
Apple Valley Cessna 477's on the left downwind, runway 18 Apple Valley.
Good. Radio's getting better. Alright, got one on base to final. I think we got one taking off behind us. Make sure you're not pulling back any power. Make sure you have full power all the way for the climb.
101 Tango is final runway 18 Apple Valley.
Set it up. RP's out. Power to 15. And flaps 20. Trim for 6. And left turn. All right.
Apple Valley traffic Cessna 101 Tango clear runway 18, taxiing midfield outfield with Apple Valley.
Apple Valley traffic 477, left base 18, touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, left turn. Try not to make that turn too early. I think you're trying to lean into that. You just want to make it a snap in, snap out, kind of quick, not, you don't want to kind of meander around that, just kind of make it in and out.
Yeah.
Apple traffic 477, final 18, touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, what I'd like you to do is if you see something that doesn't look correct, like, oh, I'm left of the center line, I'm right of the center line, or the nose is crooked, or whatever it is, tell me what you see, and then tell me what you think the corrective action is for that.
Okay.
So how's it looking right now?
Right now it's looking good.
A little touch on the low side. See how it's dropping, the numbers are dropping, so that means you would hit before your target. Good, and the power will fix that, but now where are we at relationship to the runway? We're to the left, correct?
Yes.
So we do not rudder, we want to aileron it over, we want to roll it over. The rudder is going to be used, see the aileron brings it over to center, I'm helping you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So but the rudder is going to help keep the nose straight. Alright, slowly get rid of all the power. Alright, see how smooth that ended up being? So we just kind of held it off, let it get a little slow right before the runway.
Carb heat, flaps up. Full power.
But if you use the nose, the rudder to move the nose, all it's going to do is move the nose. It won't move the whole airplane to that side.
Yeah.
Flight traffic 477 is on the go 18 left closed traffic Apple Valley.
Yeah, that actually was a way smoother landing than I expected it to be, the way it was looking on final.
Yeah, just, if we start keeping the speeds consistent and not get too low, they'll really start to smooth out, especially too if we're pulling back correctly. If a balloon's up, then the key there is just to stop. So stop pulling, let it start to settle. Once it starts to settle, then we'll start pulling back.
Yeah.
You're going to pull back just enough to where it doesn't balloon up, but it also doesn't touch the ground. One thing that'll help you out too, if you kind of say, you can say this out loud too, is okay, don't let it land, don't let it land, don't let it land. And you're holding it enough to where you just decrease that descent rate to almost nothing, and it's just barely coming down, and it'll just barely touch. Wheels, the mains will roll on, wheels will just roll right on the runway, kind of smooth, and should be good. All right, 36 left turn, clear left, clear right.
Clear left, clear right. Yeah, you want it right when it breaks the lift to wheels to
Okay,
be
this is where the battery died on my camera. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave it in the comments below. If you know anyone that might enjoy this video or any other student pilots, please feel free to share it with them. Catch you on the next one. Have a good one.